Good morning, profitable traders. Welcome to today's market color session, being the 20th of June 2025. So good to have each and every one of you here for the market color session. Good morning, Moyo. Good morning, everyone. If this is your first time joining in for the market color session, we usually hold this every day, Mondays to Fridays, specifically 8:30 a.m. for the London session and 2 p.m. for the New York session. For this segment of the market color, I will be analyzing GBP USD, Euro USD, and the XY. Right after that, they coming up for an analysis on gold and the yen basket. And again, this is me welcoming everyone joining for the very first time. We hope you don't go anywhere and you stay with us for as long as possible. All right, the XY and monthly time frame are seen right here. Nothing has really changed from what we've been analyzing for a period of time, right? The overall direction as seen is actually bullish, but then coming right here, we've seen it clear of this very liquidity residing below, and we're even seeing more push to the downside. And down to the weekly time frame as seen here, we've seen price taking out this very low right here, right? And we're seeing even more push to the downside, coming down to the daily time frame. We're going to be fibbing this most recent swing from point A to point B. Price retraced into 38.2% fib level, holding off that point, and we're seeing some reactions. We're down to the 4-hour time frame, seeing that we're looking out for sell opportunities on the XY. We want to see price retracing into this very left shoulder at 100.057, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. All we want to see price do is retracing into this very left shoulder that we have marked on the 4-hour time frame. And of course, seeing that we want to see price retracing into this very left shoulder right here, it's looking like a buy to sell, right? A buy into this very left shoulder and a sell off it. Narrowing down to the 1-hour time frame, also the 1-hour time frame. If you're looking out to buy the XY into that very level that we marked on the 4-hour time frame, this is all we want to see price doing. We want to see price retracing at least into this very left shoulder right here. Shoulder at 97.998, sweep to the downside, a break to the upside. All we want to see price do is retrace into this very level. And once price gets there, I'm willing to long the XY short term into this very level right here on the 4-hour time frame. And calling out the price point again, I want to short the XY on the 4-hour time frame when price retraces into 100.075. And of course, before that happens, I'm willing to long into that very level. So on the 1-hour time frame, I can actually spot a box pattern strategy for a buy. A shoulder at 97.998 on the 1-hour time frame. A sweep to the downside, a break to the upside. All we want to see price do is retracing into this very level, and we are willing to long into that left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame for the XY. Down to GBP USD. The monthly time frame for GBP USD, we can see that nothing has really changed, right? It's the monthly time frame, so this takes place over a period of time, a long period of time, because every candle forms every month, at the start of every month. All right, so we have seen price taking out this very, not really taking it out, but we've seen price trading into this very high on the monthly time frame. Overall direction is actually to the downside, and on the weekly time frame, we've seen price taking out this very high right here and even broke above all the way. Looking at this, we can actually see that price is at a premium level on the weekly time frame. Down to the daily time frame, fibbing this most recent swing from point A to point B. price retraced into 50% fib level, held off that point, and you're seeing it push to the upside. On the 4-hour time frame, we saw price retrace into this very fair value gap right here, right? This fair value gap at 1.35046. Price retraced into this very level, and we're seeing some reaction of it. And where do I think price wants to trade into? There's a left shoulder right here. Shoulder at 1.32178. Sweep to the downside, seeing it break to the upside. All we want to see price is for price to retrace all the way to this very left shoulder over a period of time, of course. And if I'll be favoring this most recent swing from point A to point B, right, price is presently at 38.2% fib level. We may see price trading further into 61.8% fib level before, slamming all the way to this very left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame. Whatever happens, we will wait and see. On the 1-hour time frame, too, price actually traded into this very fair value gap right here, coinciding with 38.2% fib level on the 4-hour time frame. I was seeing some reaction of that point. We already know where price wants to trade into this very left shoulder right here for the continuation of the buy. The sell is not really short term, but we already know where price wants to trade into before buying on the 4-hour time frame. So I will be looking for short opportunities to short GBP USD, saying that the left shoulder is miles apart, if there's anything like that. So if I go down to my much lower time frames and I, spot the classic box pattern for a sell, I will be willing to short the XY. There's one right here. It's actually quite far. Shoulder at 1.35923. It swept to the upside. It broke to the downside. We may see price retracing all the way to this very left shoulder on the 15 minutes time frame. Or if the sell is very strong, right, we may just see price selling off from where it currently is. But for me, if this happens, price retraces all the way to this very left shoulder, I'm willing to, of course, I'm going to wait for price to do what I'm speculating that it will do on GBP USD. Now to Euro USD. Quite correlated with GBP USD. On the monthly time frame, as seen right here, we're seeing price breaking even lower, and we're seeing a sweep of this liquidity right here, on the monthly time frame. And on the weekly time frame, seeing price taking on this very high and trading all the way to the upside, right? We can eventually say that price is at a premium level on the weekly time frame. And down to the daily time frame, pretty much, I will be favoring this most recent swing from point A to point B. I want to see price retracing all the way into 61.8% fib level. I can even spot another block right here. At 61.8% fib level. And down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, seeing that we are looking out for short-term sales, just a retracement. I want to sell Euro USD all the way to this very left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame. Shoulder at 1.12644. It swept to the downside. We've seen a break to the upside. All we want to see price do is retrace into 1.12644. And once that happens, I'm willing to continue buying Euro USD down to the 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, I think I can even spot a box pattern for a sell, seeing that we are looking out to catch a short-term sell on Euro USD before buying. I'm willing to take the sell on Euro USD once I see price retracing into 1.15649 on the 1-hour time frame for Euro USD. This is what I'm looking out for price to, buy into this level. And once price does that, I'm looking out to sell Euro USD all the way into this very left shoulder. So here's my outlook for the XY, GBP USD, and Euro USD. Please, if you have questions at this point, kindly type in the chat box before Lincoln comes up for his analysis on gold and the yen basket. Or if you have a different bias, a different outlook from what has been analyzed, please feel free to type in the chat box. Gold analysis is coming up shortly after this very brief break that we're going on. I'd like to use this opportunity to make the announcement that registration for the FX Bootcamp training is currently ongoing. You can chat us up on 081 6099 5030 to make your inquiries, and we'll be helping out with your registration process. If there are no questions, we're going on a very brief break, and right after that, we'll be having the second segment of the London market color session, focusing on gold and the yen basket.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the market color. All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the market color brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. This morning, we'll be going straight into the analysis of the precious metal, and also at the same time, we'll be checking the yen basket. All right, and from the yen basket, we are going to be going straight into the other yen correlated pair. All right, so let's quickly start with the precious metal this morning. Now, for the precious metal, if you look at it from the weekly time frame, you are going to observe what we have going on the weekly time frame of the precious metal. Right now, it is that is in a buy trend. I want to believe everyone can see my screen. So we are currently on a buy trend for the precious metal. However, for some weeks, we had some level of consolidation in the market, and that is what we are seeing currently here. And after the consolidation just last week Friday, we have a breakout, and throughout this week we've been seeing the precious metal selling to the downside, even upon the Israel-Iran war going on. Now, if you look at it from the daily time frame, you are going to see it much more clearly how that the precious metal is, or respecting the trend line. However, it's selling to the downside. So we remember last week Friday we were trying to short it somewhere around this top here, and that is what we still see happening. And moving forward, what we expect the precious metal to do is to trade straight into this trend line. Then we can easily start buying all the way to the upside. But let's go to the lower time frame to see our entry levels there, so that we can easily follow through. Right now, if you look at our entry level on the lower time frame, we are going to observe this is the 4-hour time frame. So where do we still expect the precious metal to trade into? Yes, we are seeing price reacting at this order block, but if we did not see any entry signature at this order block, which we are still going to refine on the lower time frame, 15 minutes to be specific, then that means price is still coming all the way down here to come and clear liquidity around this point. So when price get to this point to take out this liquidity, then we can easily now look for opportunity to long. Yes, I know someone will be like, yes, when price get here, won't it have, broken this trend line? It may just be a sweep, meaning a news event that will clear all of this and tap into this level. So this level is going to be a very good level to buy if we see price approach it. And at the same time, we also have these levels too around this zone, a bit of these two. All right, so that is another level we would want to look out for. But this happened to be the best one for us that we can easily make use of, because we are seeing at this particular point, we are seeing a shoulder here. You can see the whole of this level. We've seen the sweep of liquidity here, and the break to the upside. Keep breaking to the upside. However, we see that before the break, we can see the liquidity formed here. Okay, so that is for the precious metal. Now let's check on the 1-hour time frame. What exactly do we have going on the 1-hour time frame? Now, if you check the 1-hour time frame very well, you are going to observe how that price really is still trying to itch to the downside. And I'm still of the opinion that this level should be taken out on the 1-hour time frame. As a matter of fact, we have it drawn out for a long while before. So I'm expecting that this level to be taken out on the 1-hour time frame. So if price trade a little bit more below and into that place, then I may want to give a first shot at this point, because I'm seeing a shoulder here, I've seen a sweep and the forceful break. Now, price coming all the way to take out this liquidity would be a very great one for me. And knowing fully well that we also have a confluence seated just inside of this zone here, which is this order block. So if you draw your order block all the way to that level, that is it for me. Okay, so we are looking out for price to react from this 1-hour order block. Now that is the trade for the London session that we are looking out for. This is not a too much thing for the precious metal to do. Now we are expecting a pull to the bar to the downside to take out this liquidity and tap into this order block, then give us an entry signature on the 15-minute time frame. Now, what is our entry signature on the 15-minute time frame? What we have more something like this is what we want to look out for when price take out this low. Reason why I'm not too confident enough to take this buy is because there is liquidity resting below here, and price just moved closer to it and did not take it out. So there's high tendency for price to still come, take out that liquidity and give an entry signature for a buy. All right, so be patient enough and see market play out your strategy, not you chasing the market. All right, so that is for the precious metal. We are looking to sell to buy is what we are waiting for it to sell a bit more, then we can easily buy further. Now let's move from the precious metal straight to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket. All right, for the yen basket, the whole of the week has been a missed week for the yen basket because all we have been expecting for the yen basket to do is to start buying. And you are going to observe since Monday, after we have a little bit pullback here, then we see, yes, we see some level of buy in the market. But yesterday being Thursday again, we see price pull back again. And this morning, we are observing some level of, liquidity in the market a bit. So all we are still expecting now for the precious metal is for it to buy. However, seeing that it already built a lot of liquidity here, and that is one thing about the yen basket. After building a lot of liquidity, it comes back to grab the liquidity and pick its direction. So there's high tendency we still see the last leg of the yen basket coming to sweep all these liquidity levels that we have here. And if that happens, then that means we are about to start to buy that we've been waiting for all through, because we are still expecting the yen basket to buy all the way to this weekly POI, which is this weekly order block with the confluence of a flip zone and a fair value gap. Okay, so that is that for the yen basket. But if you look at the yen basket from the 4-hour time frame, we are going to observe that the old trend seems more of a sell trend, and that is why we are still expecting that most likely the whole of this low, which we saw on the daily time frame, is still going to be taken out on the yen basket before the buy continues. Now, if that is what we are expecting on the yen basket, which is sell to buy, then what should we look out for on the GBP JPY and other yen correlated pairs? Let's start from GBP JPY. Remember, for GBP JPY, we've been seeing an uptrend all through. And if you look at it from the daily time frame, you are going to observe how that, sorry, my chart is a bit messed up. You are going to observe how that price has been in a very long consolidation. After we see the forceful break to the downside, this long sell, after this long sell, we've seen price, being in a very long consolidation all through. For a while now, it's been consolidating. However, because we are still expecting the yen basket for a sell to buy on yen basket, then we need to see a buy to sell on GBP JPY. Now, this is telling us that two things happen for GBP JPY. Is either price come all the way to take out this liquidity, this double top that we are seeing here, price coming all the way to take it out before the sell continues, or price keep ranging within this zone. You can see the whole of this zone is a range. So there's a high tendency price come all the way to take out this liquidity, or it remains in that range for the yen basket to do its thing. Now, if price is ranging there, then that means we should go to our lower time frame and be looking for market structure shift. If it is to the downside, if market structure shifted to the downside, we sell long term. If it shift to the upside, then we buy short term. Okay, so let's go to the 1 hour time frame to see what is going on GBP JPY. Now, if you look at even GBP JPY on the 1 hour time frame, all we've been seeing so far is that price keep itching to the upside, but is overall in a range. You can see price is overall in a range for GBP JPY. However, we have some trend line that we are using to trade the range, meaning if price get to that level, we look for opportunity to long, of which yesterday was a very sweet one too for GBP JPY. Now, moving forward for GBP JPY, what we should now expect for it now is price still coming to take out all this, tussle that we have here. So we should see some level of little more buy to this upside. Okay, and if you are looking to buy now, price is currently at a premium, I won't recommend a buy now. Instead, if you see a sell opportunity. Now, what is that sell opportunity that I am seeing on GBP JPY is this. I'm seeing this more as a shoulder this more as a sweep, and price coming to take out liquidity around this particular level here. So until price takes out this zone, then I will be willing to give a trial for the short of GBP JPY. All right, so that is that for GBP JPY moving forward. Now let's go to the 15-minute time frame for the confirmation of this setup we are just looking at now. Yes, if you look at the 15-minute time frame, price is still very much in an uptrend, buying all the way up. But let's zoom in more to see this price action outside of this zone. Now, if you look at the price action outside of this zone, you are going to observe, let me zoom in a bit. Now you are going to observe, yes, we have this shoulder seated here, and we have the sweep and we have the break. So let's wait till price gets to this level to take out this liquidity and even more this particular one, and then we can easily begin to short GBP JPY. And you remember, the short is not going to be a very long one. Instead, we are only shorting to the trend line until we see the yen basket itself give a bullish signature on the higher time frame. All right, so that is for GBP JPY. Lastly, we are going to look at AUD JPY before we call it a day. If you look at AUD JPY, sometimes on Monday, what we've been expecting to do on AUD JPY has been a sell. However, the momentum is not really given. It's very, very frustrating since Monday. So that is why we see all of this just resting at this level. And why are we looking to sell? That when price take out this double top here, then we see any entry signature there, we can easily begin to shut down. Okay, but right now, price is just consolidating. Even this is 1 hour time frame. But if you check from your 4-hour time frame, you are still going to see the same thing happening there. Price easily came to the shoulder that we have on the 4-hour time frame. Then after the break, we see that price got there, and we expect it to sell more to come and take out this low, and even this bottom here, price still needs to come and take it out. So that is our outlook for AUD JPY. But right now on the 15-minute time frame, what is really going on AUD JPY? We can see price is currently in a range, and if you've not entered the trade for the past almost 3 days now, then that means we've not seen any entry signature right now to take any trade on AUD JPY, because it has been the one ranging for a while now. So you may want to wait and see what becomes of AUD JPY moving forward. All right. So if there's any question, let me quickly take some questions before we go back to our chart and start trading for the day. All right. If there's no question, this is going to be the end of the market call brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. Make sure you trade cautiously today, being Friday. Trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Till we meet again by 2 p.m. for the New York recap. Make sure you share the link with your friends and invite everyone you know that trade. Thank you very much. I'm Lekon Shemi. Cheers and God bless.